You on? Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the culcom Daily Minutes. We're going to look at some of the questions that are asked at a culcom. What's our topic today?
Our topic today is talking about Halloween and Thanksgiving Day.
Ooh, okay. So I'm interested to find what it's like in jolly old London.
Yes.
Okay. So our first question is, if you had to create a unique Halloween costume based on your favorite food, what would you dress up as?
I guess, based on my favorite food, I'd say I make a chili con carne that I think is quite good. But how I'm gonna maybe white trousers and sort of a brown t-shirt. I'm not really. What do you think you would do?
Oh Jesus! Oh, I guess. What food? I think maybe a sandwich would be easy to do.
The banana costume is quite popular.
Well, yeah, like I thought of like a turkey sandwich and just wearing like a turkey costume, and then have a piece of bread on the back of either hand.
Have it as a group.
Yeah. So
some people are the middle, some people are the bread.
Oh yeah, those have like a group. So everyone's like a little ingredient of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a platter. You could be like a Korean barbecue, and one person's like the samgyeopsal.
Yes.
Someone's the kimchi. Other people are different bancha.
It would definitely be unique.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many people walking around as banchan yet.
Well, hopefully, Halloween's now starting to grow more and more in South Korea. So I think it's these days Halloween is still more of an adult concept.
Definitely.
Yeah. But I get food. Oh, I wouldn't really dress as food, huh?
No, and I can't imagine Koreans dressing as food.
Yeah.
It's more a day to dress up, really.
Yeah, it's more about monsters and all that stuff. Can you read the second question for us?
What's the most unique or creative Halloween costume you've ever worn or seen?
Okay. So for me, actually, when I was in Toronto, my friend, she was actually dating a costume and makeup designer.
Okay.
So what the guy did, he did Jekyll and Hyde. So it was basically one of those split costumes. So one half was Dr. Jekyll and the other half was Mr. Hyde. But the Dr. Jekyll, was like in a suit and had like a hat and a mustache, and then the Mr. Hyde, he did like the makeup to make himself look like almost like an ogre.
Yeah, wow.
As well as he had ripped clothes, and even the leg was actually much longer, so he even made an oversized leg. He had a muscle arm.
Yeah.
And he had an oversized leg, so he had to when he was standing normally, he had to bend his knee, but then if he wanted to, he could step up on the Mr. Hyde, and he was at least let's say 10 centimeters, 12 centimeters taller.
Fantastic. I can't say that I've ever put that level of dedication into my own. I think ones that I've ever worn, maybe I've gone as a vampire before.
Okay.
I've gone as Nick Cave, the singer, before. One of my friends dressed up as Zelensky. So that was pretty creative, I think. But I think celebrities as well, I usually see on Instagram around Halloween.
Yeah.
I think The Weeknd and people like that usually go all out. It's become a new thing over the last few years.
Yeah. I think, that year too, when I saw my friend, I think I dressed up as Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
So, and I went with, my girlfriend. So, I just got a cheap wig and a tie and just had her do
She
Skater
went as a
Boy.
Skater Boy.
And I was a Skater Boy,
Yeah.
Number 3. If you could spend Halloween anywhere in the world, where would it be? And what's your plan to celebrate Halloween?
If I could spend it anywhere in the world, I think I would love to spend it in America, really, as it seems like that's where it is taken most seriously and taken most, it's most extravagant, really. My plans for Halloween, unfortunately, have never been too elaborate, really. It's always in the UK, we sort of do it begrudgingly every year. It's we know we know it is Halloween. We'll put something for the kids to do, but it's usually over by 8 o'clock.
Right. So like the 20-somethings, they just like go out. They put on their Halloween costume, like in Canada, and they just go out to the bars, or someone might be having a Halloween party, but it's nothing too extravagant. The place I would like to go actually is Japan.
Okay.
So a few years ago, I went before the pandemic. I went to actually Osaka during the Halloween, and like you saw, I met in Dantanbori, and there was like over like 100, maybe 200 people, all dressed up in. Half of them were dressed up in Halloween costumes, but then half were not. But like I saw, like they would also do like group Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
So I saw like a couple friends that were dressed up as One Piece characters. I saw another group of friends, they were dressed up as like Batman.
Yeah, I
and
think,
Batman and like all the Batman villains.
I think friend coordination is really what can elevate a Halloween day, really.
Yeah. So there it's like, a bunch of friends all try to get the similar thing. So I did that in Osaka. I would like to see what it's like in Tokyo too.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Shinjuku and see that's the big Halloween meetup place, I heard.
Okay, maybe next Halloween that's where I've got to be then.
All right. Can you read number 4? Yes.
If you could spend Thanksgiving anywhere in the world, where would it be, and what would the local influence, how would the location influence your celebration?
All right. So is there first off, like in England, is there a Thanksgiving Day?
There is no Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
I honestly couldn't tell you the day that Thanksgiving is. I know that there's a different Canadian Thanksgiving.
So Canada, it's the second Monday of October, and then in the States, it's the last Thursday of November.
Yes. So we don't really have an equivalent, really. There's not really an autumn celebration. We usually just ride out into Christmas.
Well, Korea also has like the Chuseok too. Like
Chuseok was probably the closest that I've come to a Thanksgiving, really, since coming here. So I enjoyed it a lot. Got lots of gifts from co-workers and friends. Ate lots of things that I definitely wouldn't eat before, and things that are only eaten on Chuseok. Yeah, and I can sort of see why they keep it to one time a year maybe. But
for me, I like looking at Thanksgiving, the American and Canadian Thanksgiving. This is the holiday when you go and visit your family, so it should be like kind of in your parents' house or whatever.
Yeah, if there's a location.
Having like a turkey, always having a turkey. So, but it's anywhere in the world, it's Thanksgiving. So, honestly, it should be celebrated.
Yeah, wherever
in your
family is really. Yeah, because that's what it's more about.
Yeah, I think Canadians and Americans are on the same page for that, even though it's not the same day.
Yes.
Number 5. What's your unforgettable memories? With your relatives?
I've got quite a lot to go through there. Unforgettable memories. I think Christmas does always stand out on the theme of holidays. Christmas as a sort of cornerstone of the year. It's always the same, but there's always something different that happens that keeps that Christmas unique, for example. And I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting more and more I'm doing more of the cooking during Christmas. So I think cooking for lots and big groups over the last few years, that can be an unforgettable memory, both good and bad, I suppose.
Okay. Well, I remember when I was a kid, like my uncles and my family would always try to meet like in the summertime, in the wintertime for like a Christmas family get together. But then in the summertime there was like a summertime, and that's more memorable because like a lot of my uncles, they had swimming pools in their backyards. And one memory I remember is like my uncle said, your father, he's goofy, he can't help be doing something silly. watch it. And like my father was walking by the pool. He's like, "Oh yeah, your father's, an idiot. He's probably gonna fall. Like, I bet you any money he's gonna fall into the pool." And I'm like, "Oh no!" And then suddenly he goes over. And he's just like, "Oh!" He like goes to talk to a kid and then just trips and falls.
He willed it into happening.
So it's like kind of like the town fool.
Yeah. I think one memory that just came to my head of a family celebration is that for some reason my grandfather is really into 90s trance music. This a 70-year-old British man really enjoys trance music.
Okay.
And so his birthday a few years ago ended with a sort of a trance music session at the end. It was a strange experience.
I like 90s trance music.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting celebrating a 75th birthday with it. But I enjoyed that a lot. Unforgettable.
All right. Number 6. Would you like to read that one for us?
Where do you want to travel during Thanksgiving's holidays?
Yeah. So let's just say, because we're in South Korea, let's say, where would you like to if you could travel somewhere during Chuseok, where would you like to?
Chuseok? I really couldn't tell you. Where have you traveled in Korea before during Chuseok?
Well, during Chuseok, like a lot, actually, like during that holiday, Korea is kind of dead because it's like most of the shops are either closed 3 days or the majority of the 3-day holiday. So I would probably want to go to another country.
Yes.
But during that time too, that's also one of the most expensive times to buy a plane ticket. Because also the Korean families don't want to be in Korea during the Korean holiday.
My Chuseok was spent in my room, but my Seollal, I went to Cambodia during that break. So, like you say, very expensive, but during the very family-oriented holidays in Korea, like you say, getting out of Korea and seeing somewhere where there's a bit more going on during that time is important, I think.
So I guess if I wanted to travel, maybe Bangkok, just that because the weather's nice there usually, and the rainy season's over. Now a little bit about funny thing about Solar, like the Lunar New Year, is I've met like a lot of foreigners that are working in like China, and then they end up like coming to Korea because in China, it's closed. Like a lot of this stuff's closed during the Lunar New Year, and then they come here and discovered, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah,
like they didn't do their research, and then I was even like doing some recording, and there was actually during Solar a month ago. Too, like I was like doing interviews for like for a YouTube channel, and like I was like trying to interview like foreigners about their lives in Korea, and it's just every other person was an Australian that just came because the flights were cheap.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck.
But so like a lot of during Solar, a lot of Australians came to Korea because the flights were cheap. Because I guess there was lots of Koreans that were trying to fly from Seoul to like Brisbane or Sydney, and they had to they had to bring the planes back, so the Australians got cheap flights here.
Yeah.
Number 7. Can you read number 7?
Yes. If you could spend Chuseok anywhere in Korea, where would it be? What traditions or activities would you want to experience?
So how long have you been in Korea?
I've been in Korea for only 7 months. Really.
Oh, okay.
So I've had a Chuseok.
Okay.
And I know that it's supposed to be a time to sort of embrace tradition a little bit more. So I suppose seeing some of the traditional dances, more traditional festivals around that time is probably makes sense, I suppose.
Okay, yeah. I've been in Korea for 16 years, so I've had 16 Chuseoks. If I had to travel somewhere, I would probably just go to Jeju.
Okay.
Because it's like kind of a tourist place, but you can still do like the tradition. So like the tradition is like to make the songpyeong, which is like a sugar dumpling.
Okay.
And like the thing is like if you can make a beautiful one, then you'll have a beautiful baby. If you make an ugly one, then you'll have an ugly baby. But like a lot of the activities too are like related to like, no offense, women. Like there's like there's like going on a swing and all that. garbage.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to wait till next Chuseok and try and maybe Jeju is the place to
But
go.
I feel like also like a lot of Koreans are losing the tradition of Chuseok and Solar.
Yeah, I think that would be a shame, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the pandemic also killed that too.
Yeah.
So like people now want to just get out. If there's a big holiday, they just want to escape. They don't care about
I
doing
suppose
all
that
this
is
stuff.
what would be the sad part of sort of fleeing Korea during those holiday times is that those traditions.
Okay. Number 8. Tell us about your whole family. Do you have some relatives who look up to and why?
About your...
So
I suppose my dad, maybe. I look up to him a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's someone who has gone through various stages of success and failure in his life. And so I really do admire the way, especially when it feels, being a young person, when it feels like there should be a set trajectory that you're on straight away, and that it's just a matter of following it.
Yeah.
I can see people like my dad who have ended up doing the things that they love.
Yeah.
But
I think I guess my family, I would look up to my father. Like he did a good job. I didn't appreciate it as when all the work. I didn't notice all the hard work he was doing as a kid. I was very naive, but now that I'm older and I see all these memories, I'm like going, wow, my dad like busted his ass, trying to do all this stuff. And then even looking at my brother who has 2 sons and all, like how much effort, how much work he does too to be a good father.
Yeah.
I guess my father and my brother I look up to.
Wow, that's nice.
My family is large.
Yeah.
Can you read number 9 for us?
Can you share a special memory or experience from a past Chuseok celebration that stands out in your mind? I might have to throw this one over to you a bit more.
So actually, my first Chuseok in Korea was here in Daegu. So I came to Korea with my Korean girlfriend, and she actually had some friends in Daegu. So during Chuseok, we came to visit them. And it was a very fun night. Yeah. So like I got to be like, because I got to actually see that's also like the first city that I actually visited outside of Seoul.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's the first time. So that was like the kind of the first trip, the first time I went on the KTX and all that.
What's a Chuseok like in Seoul these days?
Oh, Seoul's a big city, and like everyone that. I think the people that live in Seoul, those are the ones that are going on vacation.
That's what I would have sort of imagined, really.
Yeah.
So I think for a good Chuseok, you might have to look outside of Seoul, try and find some places that are a bit less well known. Yeah.
And the final question, I think we talked on this a little bit, but what are your plans for this coming Chuseok? So Chuseok is like 5-6 months away.
Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, leaving Korea and trying to be somewhere else where they're not celebrating.
Yeah, so probably just the same thing. Like, though everything's closed, I'll probably just go to a local foreigner bar and have some beers with all the other foreigners that were stuck in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks you guys for tuning in. If you have questions about culcom, you could contact them on their Instagram. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.